Alright, hey guys. I haven't been doing these. You know that. I think it's like the first one I've done in 2 weeks. I'm sorry. Um, but seriously, it's like 2 in the morning here, and I can't fall asleep because of all the shit that's going on right now overseas and everything. So I'm worrying about my boyfriend, and I figured I should just share a little bit about myself. So I saw that a lot of people are doing this online and that are gay, and it's their coming out story. So, all right. My brother was struck by lightning he when he was young, um, uh, and when he was in rehab, I was having the same like sort of thing. I was like trying to figure out who I was. It was like the time that I was going through the puberty and all this shit, and and then I remember seeing somebody and I was just like, damn, I'm totally not attracted to girls, like, and I never have been. It was weird, and like, did I want to choose that? No. Did I choose that? No. It chose me, and I've been this way since forever. Um, and I remember, um, I remember telling my first friend, and I sent it through a text message. Her name was Anissa, and and then a girl that was in the side of the car with her started crying. I'm pretty sure this is the same girl. If it's not, I know the somebody was in a car when I was telling them, and they started crying because apparently they had this huge crush on me. And I'm sorry, I just play for the same team as you. But um, and then so that's when, like, in the ninth grade is when I started coming out in my high school, and then in my 10th grade I started like really getting into it. Like, oh my god, these are the type of guys I like. It's not just like, oh, every guy, ooh, I got to. No. It was completely along the lines of, well, I don't even know, like, I know I'm attracted to boys, but I don't know what type of boys I'm attracted to. And then I got into like the wrong crowd and everything, and it was just really bad. And then like my grades were slipping, and I just wasn't happy. And then fast forward to my junior year, I started talking to somebody, and it fell through. Um, and honestly, I really wish I would have given him a chance. But, you know, things work out, and I'm in a much better place now. Like, I love Anthony to death, and I couldn't do anything to hurt him. So, it's perfect. So, either way, it would have worked out. And I completely acknowledge that. Um, and then my senior year, I actually dated a guy. It was the first guy I like officially dated. I dated a guy when I was in ninth grade, but it was kind of a catfish scenario. Like, I knew who I was, and I thought I knew who he was, and it turned out it wasn't who he was, and it was really bad. But I ended up wasting 9 months of my life on the guy that was a catfish. But then I only got to date the person that in 12th grade for 5 days, and that was kind of hard on me because I didn't really understand why he broke up with me or anything. And then we finally talked about it, and it was just more along the lines of, well, what he's saying is that I was going off to college, and he didn't really want to stand in my way. He wanted like I don't know. He was thinking about me more than I was thinking about myself, and that really is a testament to who he is. He's a great person. I I'm sorry for all the hardship I ever caused to you, and I really honestly wish we could have been better friends. Um, but now I'm in college. It's my second year. My first year, I came out to my parents and my family in October. I started dating my boyfriend on September 6th of 2012, and um, in October I was like, I knew that I loved him, but I didn't know whether or not I wanted to spend the rest of my life with him. It was kind of the weird phase that, like, yeah, I'm so in love with you, um, and more along the lines of, well, maybe it's just I love you, but I don't love you. Like, it's not true love, and it won't endure. But um, I knew that I was going to be gay forever. Like, up until that point, I was trying to fight it as much as I possibly could, and I just realized I couldn't do it anymore. Um, and when I when I met Anthony, it was it was literally like it was at first sight. You are the person for me. Like, as soon as we touched, a light went out over top of us. And it's funny, like, when Pages and I talk, and like deployment, because he's deployed right now and they want us to share our stories and everything, I say, like, how many people have a relationship that sparks fly with, because sparks were literally flying because of the light. I don't know, it was great. um I remember my friend April was there. We didn't really know what to expect, so I brought my friend with me because it was the first time I met him, and it was just, it was a trip. But I knew that he was gonna be in my life for a while. I didn't know how long. Um, I pretty much knew that I wanted to date him the first time that I saw him. He's amazing. But going back to October, I come from a very Catholic family, and I know with the church and everything, they're more along the basis of, who am I to judge? Like, when um, Pope Francis was in Brazil, he said that, I believe it was Brazil. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. But I really, I don't know. Give me a second. Urgh. Yeah, but I don't know. It was back then. It wasn't like that. And my mom and dad still don't really accept me. My dad's met Anthony, um, but my mom hasn't, and I hope that that's something that she does get around to doing. But I know that I love her, and if it's something that she can't do, then it's something that she can't do, and that's not something I can hold against her, because she forever has always been against, um, not exactly against gay people, but like, I know she doesn't agree with gay marriage. None of my family does, um, and I mean, but at the same time, everybody else has to realize that's their religion, and I can't knowingly say that it isn't. It's not. I honestly believe that it's not them. It's what they were taught, and they just can't get away from it. And if they can't get away from it, that's fine with me, because my life is my own and it's not theirs. Um, but I don't know it. But I remember talking to my mom, and she was like, I think there's something that you need to tell us. And so I went downstairs and I sat my mom and dad down, and I just said, look, I love you guys, and I know that it's gonna hurt you, but I'm gay, and there's nothing that I can do about it. If I could change it, I would, and honestly, I would. If I could change and not be gay, I would do it in a heartbeat. because, you know, well, let me correct myself. I would have done that. Now, being with Anthony and seeing how much love and compassion I can get from someone, especially him, he's amazing. He's amazing. And I don't know. I don't think my parents have accepted it. I really think that it's more along the lines of it's the unspoken truth. Um, and again, if they don't accept it, they don't accept it. I mean, how am I supposed to judge them? Because people shouldn't judge me. Only God can judge. So I would be doing the same thing that all the bigots and everybody else do if I judge somebody else because of how they act on a situation. I'm not going to do it. But my siblings know. And thankfully, my boyfriend Anthony's deployment is almost over. So I don't really have to deal with going through it alone anymore. Like, for the longest time, I think it was awkward for my parents to talk to me, and I could have been some contributing factor to that, because I mean it is difficult for somebody just to come out and say, I'm gay and I like boys and I can't change that, or hey, I'm a girl, I'm not, I'm a boy, 100% man. But or like, hey mom and dad, I'm a lesbian. Of course it's going to be a shock. But you do what you got to do. I hope that I can live in a world one day that gay is not a discriminatory slang. I hope that people are no longer judged by who they love, but if they love in society's standpoint, that should be enough. And I know that overall, the world can't be perfect, but people can try to make it perfect. Like the people at the Human Rights Campaign, they do everything they can possibly do. I got a letter from Barack Obama, actually. I wrote him when I found out that gay spouses in the military, like there was no benefits for them. This was before Obama ordered like all of that. I can't remember what he ordered, but it was after DOMA got repealed and everything like that, and Don't Ask, Don't Tell. I think no, Don't Ask, Don't Tell was repealed before Anthony and I started dating, so it wouldn't have had anything to do with that. But it was, people care, is what I'm saying. And for all of you that hate who you are or can't live with who you are, don't feel that way. You're beautiful, no matter what anybody says. You're perfect. You are exactly the only person that can ever be you. So don't ever feel bad about yourself for being yourself. Because you are you and there's no one like you. And like it or not, someone's gonna love you for you. Not for somebody who you hate. Just be yourself. And yeah, I mean, I encourage people to come out because it puts more of a face to the cause. But like in my position, my parents are paying for my schooling, and you know, they could have left me out to dry, but they didn't. They're still helping me. They're still very much a part of my life, and I love them. So, Mom, Dad, if you watch this, I love you. I know you don't hear it very often, but what can I do? You know I'm not very sentimental, but people just need to realize that it's not a disease. And honestly, I can't tell you whether or not it's a sin or not. But I know that God wouldn't knowingly create someone that is forced to sin. Because He just isn't that way. He loves every single person that He's ever made equally. And even if you don't believe in God, came from somewhere. That's my answer. You came from somewhere. Wherever you came from, it is what it is. Alright, guys. I'm sorry that this thing, like, I just looked at how many minutes this was. I did not intend it to be almost a 20-minute video. But, again, that's my coming out story. I hope that I can help just one person out there with this. Because, again, it's not something that I really do post on the internet. Like, it really is personal to me. But again, if I can just help one person, then I'm happy. Because no one should have to go through they shouldn't have to feel bad about themselves from any religion that they're from any household that they're from anywhere that they live, any country they live in. You are you, and you're beautiful. Be yourself, and someone will love you for it. Alright, guys. I don't really know how to sign off, so I'm just going to say this. Einstein's staring at me, and I think he needs to poop. And if you don't know who Einstein is, he's my fish. See him? Nom, nom, nom. Nom, nom, nom. He's big. But, anyway. Alright. I'll talk to you later, guys. I want you to know, Anthony, that I love you. And I can't wait to see you again. And we're kicking this deployment in the ass. But anyway, guys, I'll talk to you later. And I promise I'll try and start doing videos again, okay? Alright. Bye.